Welcome to Royal Randwick for the Australian Logistics Council Forum 2016, Australia's premier freight logistics and supply chain event. ALC is recognised as the leader in the national debate on the critical issues affecting the Australian logistics industry. Here at the ALC Forum, we come together as an industry to discuss and debate these critical issues. Over the coming days, we will focus on meeting Australia's future logistics infrastructure challenges. Australia's future economic prosperity depends on the successful identification, prioritisation and delivery of infrastructure projects big and small. Thank you for joining the discussion on the critical infrastructure issues facing Australia. And if infrastructure is our nation's arteries connecting us with each other and the rest of the world, then the logistics industry is surely our nation's lifeblood. We keep things moving 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from places of production along the supply chain and finally to consumption, by road, by rail, by sea and by air. Whether it's filling supermarket shelves, moving raw commodities to ports or delivering online purchases to our doors, logistics affects everything we do. The logistics industry represents 8.6% of gross domestic product, adding more than $130 billion to the Australian economy. It employs more than 1 million Australians across thousands of businesses. And importantly, every 1% increase in efficiency will increase GDP by $2 billion. The outcomes and recommendations from this forum will feed into ALC's policy dialogue with all parties in the lead up to this year's federal election. At the heart of this dialogue will be support for policies and investments that improve supply chain efficiency. Over the next 2 days, you have an opportunity to add your voice to ALC's campaign on a range of critical issues. These include delivery on national strategies to improve the efficiency of our supply chains, reforming road funding and investment to enhance freight productivity, building the inland rail line to revitalise north-south rail freight movements, achieving efficient rail and road links from intermodal terminals to ports, and encouraging and prioritising private sector investment in logistics infrastructure. We are fortunate to have joining us this year Australia's leading freight logistics experts, ministers, CEOs, senior executives spanning the supply chain. The other strength of the ALC Forum lies in the two-way dialogue between the stage and the floor. Join in the discussion and help shape the debate by challenging our speakers and one another about the issues important to you and your business. And don't forget to visit the exhibition space to hear from some of Australia's leading freight logistics companies and suppliers. The ALC Forum would not be possible without our sponsors, and we publicly thank them for their support. Isuzu Trucks, Australian Super, NSW Ports, Port of Brisbane, InSync Surveys, LOGAN Office of Economic Development, GS1 Australia, National Weighing and Instruments, ATN, Fuso Trucks and Buses, the Consulate General of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Now, please welcome ALC's outgoing chairman, Mr. Don Telford.